Thanks for logging on to WCBI.com. I'm meteorologist Jacob Dickey. Today, expecting another warm one out there. Temperatures by the lunch hour climbing into the low 90s. I think we'll be partly cloudy to mostly sunny with a few spotty showers out there. Look for variable winds generally between 3 and 7 miles an hour. I think we'll get all the way up to 96 in West Point and in Columbus, 98 in Macon, Eupora, 94, 95 in Calhoun City and in Pontotoc, Tupelo also reaching 95. Futurecast says later on in the morning hours we'll see a partly cloudy sky in spots, mostly sunny in others, and then in the early afternoons a few pop-up showers yet again can be expected. Low chance. If you get one, consider yourself lucky. They won't last long. By the supper time hour, I think things will fizzle out and we'll be dry heading into tonight under a mostly clear sky again. Now, some changes in the forecast here. I think by Saturday, even into Sunday, I'm bringing those temperatures down just a little bit. We'll continue to monitor how things play out next week, and we probably will increase those chances for showers and storms as well Sunday, perhaps into Monday. A couple things are happening. One, a boundary comes in from the north, and I think that's going to lead to some scattered showers and storms along it. And number two, a tropical low may come in from the south. Still some uncertainty with what happens with that low, but if it does come our way, that will mean more rain and storms for us. Let's go ahead and talk about the tropics of what's going on. We're watching two different waves this morning on the 5-day tropical outlook. One of them has a 40% chance of development as it moves towards the Lesser Antilles and the U.S. Virgin Islands over the next 5 days, and it will definitely have to be watched. More concerning and closer to home is this wave located now off the northeast coast of Cuba and in the Bahamas, having a 70% chance of development as it moves off to the north and to the west, likely carrying itself into the Gulf of Mexico. Here's what it looks like right now. Still a bit unorganized, but a circulation is trying to form, and we'll continue to monitor it here until it does so over the next couple of days. Now, the next names on the list is Humberto and Imelda. We'll have to watch and see if both those storms come that way. I think we'll probably get both a Humberto and an Imelda in the next week or so based on those two waves. Now, it's kind of a wild card weekend still. Some uncertainty remains with what happens. A couple features in play here. A boundary comes in from the north and stalls out in our area. High pressure is off to the east coast and is moving out to sea. And that tropical low is coming into the Florida, I think, during the day Saturday. We'll have to watch and see what happens. There's still some opportunities for it to completely miss the Gulf of Mexico. Some of it may run it up the eastern seaboard and turn it into a tropical storm there. It'll depend on what happens in the next 24 hours, but I think for the most part, much of the agreement is still coming into the Gulf of Mexico. The further north it goes into Florida, the lesser impacts we'll see locally, I think. If it comes through the Keys or Miami-Dade, those areas, then that's going to give it more time to develop in the Gulf of Mexico and bring more rain our way. Regardless, I don't see it really being a major system as of now. Some of the models have suggested that if it does take the Atlantic coast route, then one, we'll miss out completely, and two, it could strengthen into a weak hurricane. For the most part, though, I think the general consensus is that comes in through Florida, has a little time over the Gulf of Mexico, organizes into a tropical storm, brings some rain and wind. But even if it goes a little further north like this, that keeps it away from us. We're on the drier side. Probably the best option is it takes a more southern track to get us some beneficial rains and some cooler weather perhaps into the region. Now, the latest data continues to show that folks along the coast are likely getting 1 to 2 inches with locally higher amounts. Still some uncertainty. Once it comes inland, though, there'll be a swath of another 1 to 2 inches with locally higher amounts. We'll have to wait and see, and I think a lot of us are crossing our fingers that comes our way. In the meantime, I'm going to keep it at scattered showers and storms Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm not 100% certain what's going to happen with that. It will depend really the next 24 to 48 hours when we figure out which path it's taking. That means we'll really be able to fine-tune that forecast for you.